Hey everyone, today we are tackling a really interesting graph problem. It's called minimum cost path with edge reversals. We're going to break down how to handle a special power given to each node in the graph and find the most efficient way to reach our target. Let's dive in. So here's the deal. We have a directed graph with n nodes. We start at node 0 and want to get to node n-1 with the lowest possible cost. But there's a unique rule. Every node has a one-time use switch. If you're standing at a node, you can take any edge that originally pointed to you, flip its direction, and use it to leave that node immediately. The catch? That flipped path costs twice as much as the original edge. Let's clarify that switch mechanic. Normally you can only follow the arrows. But if there's an arrow pointing from node U to node V, and you are currently at node V, you can use your switch to turn that into a path from V to U. It's like a secret back alley that's twice as expensive. Since we're looking for a shortest path and weights are positive, we'll naturally visit each node at most once anyway, so that one-time use constraint actually fits perfectly into a standard shortest path approach. Let's look at this example. From node 0 we could go to node 2 for a cost of 2, or node 1 for a cost of 3. If we go to node 1, we see an incoming edge from node 3. Even though it points the wrong way, we use our switch at node 1 to flip it. Now we can travel from 1 to 3 for a cost of 2. Adding the costs together gives us 5. Any other path would be more expensive, so 5 is our answer. Just a quick heads up. We'll be walking through the logic and code using Python, because it's very readable for these kinds of graph problems. But don't worry if you use another language. I'll provide the full ready-to-use code for Java, C++, and JavaScript at the end of the video. The breakthrough for this problem is realizing we can pre-calculate all possible switch moves. Instead of overcomplicating the algorithm, we just modify the graph itself. For every single original arrow in the list, we add its twin, a reversed arrow that costs double. Once we've built this augmented graph, the problem just becomes a standard shortest path search, and for that, Dijkstra's algorithm is the perfect tool. Before we look at the code, let's talk about the real reason people struggle with Leetcode. It's usually not because the math is too hard, it's because it's hard to show up every single day. I actually built an app called My Daily To-Do to help with exactly this. You can set Solve Leetcode as a routine task. It resets every morning automatically, so it's always there waiting for you. It's a simple, free system to make sure you actually build the habit and never break your streak. I'm an indie developer, and I want to be totally transparent. The core habit-building features are free and will stay that way. As I add more advanced stuff like cloud syncing, those will be part of a premium plan to help keep the lights on. If you join now, you get to be part of the community early before the price goes up. As the app gets more powerful, check it out at the link below. Now, let's get back to the code. Here's the full Python implementation. It follows our plan exactly. Build the graph with both normal and double cost reversed edges, then use a priority queue to find the shortest path from node 0. If we reach the last node, we return the distance. If we empty the heap and never reached it, we return -1. Let's look closer at the graph setup. For every edge from U to V with weight $U, we add the standard path. But we also add a path from V back to U with twice the cost. This represents using that one-time switch at node V. By putting both options into our graph G, the shortest path algorithm will automatically choose the cheapest one at every step. This is the heart of the Dijkstra algorithm. We always pick the node U with the smallest current distance D from our heap. If that node is our target, we're done. Otherwise, we check all neighbors V. If going through U gives us a shorter path to V than anything we've seen before, we update V's distance and push it onto the heap to explore later. What if it's impossible to reach the end? Our code handles this gracefully. We initialize all distances to infinity. If the heap becomes empty and we haven't hit the target node, the loop finishes and we return -1. This covers cases where the graph is physically split apart or the arrows simply don't allow a path, even with the switches. Let's talk performance. The time complexity is big O of m plus m log m. That log factor comes from the priority queue operations. It's very efficient for a graph problem of this size. For space, we are just storing the graph and some distance arrays, so it's big O of on plus m ration. This should easily pass within the time limits on Leetcode. That wraps up the logic and Python version. As promised, I'm going to show the full solutions for Java, C++, and JavaScript on the next few slides. I won't be breaking these down line by line, so feel free to pause the video on the language you need. Here is the Java implementation using a priority queue and an array of lists for the adjacency graph. Note the use of long to prevent potential overflow during distance calculations. For the C++ version, we use a vector of vectors for the graph and the standard priority queue, with a greater than comparator to keep it as a min priority queue. Finally, the JavaScript solution. We use the built-in min priority queue and represent the graph as an array of arrays. The logic remains exactly the same across all languages. To wrap things up, the big lesson here is that sometimes you can simplify a complex rule by just changing how you build your graph. By adding those reversed edges up front, we turned a tricky switch problem into a simple shortest path problem. Dijkstra did all the heavy lifting for us. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see even more solutions, I've started a second channel called Leetcode Unlocked. I'll be posting deep dives into a ton of other problems there to help with your technical interview prep. Definitely check it out. Thanks so much for watching. If this helped you understand the problem, please hit that like button and subscribe for daily Leetcode content. I upload every single day, so make sure to turn on the bell icon. If you want to support the channel, you can buy me a boba at the link on the screen. Happy coding, and I'll see you in the next one.